Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, October 22nd, 2012. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. Let's get right into the charts. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. What you're going to see here is that the futures are trading higher by $2.50 to 1426 and a half at the moment, 1426 and 3/4. Again, decent little pop on the futures this morning after Friday's big bludgeoning of a decline. That was also the anniversary, the 25th anniversary, the silver anniversary of the 1987 stock market crash on October 19th. The Dow did finish down over 200 points on that session. This was not a pretty picture, but today markets are getting just a slight subtle rebound. I think the markets will probably be weak at the open. Traders should watch for that. Often when you get a late Friday afternoon close, you'll get some carryover Monday morning. So that's what you should watch for, at least initially for the first 30 minutes to an hour. And then we'll see how the markets trade out after that. Tonight is the final presidential debate. Not that I'm really fond of politicians, but it is important to note that every time we've had a presidential debate, the markets have gone higher. We'll see if that is the case today. So there is a chance for the markets to hold up just due to that outlook with the presidential debate looming this evening. And we'll see how the markets do play out today. A couple of other things to go over real quick before we get into some earnings. You do have the European markets this morning basically flat for the most part. I don't really see any real damage there. It looks like the German DAX is down about 0.25%, but outside of that, everything else looks to be flat. It looks like you do have the Italian market up about 0.2%. So again, it's really a flat market for the most part out there. Oil and gold this morning are trading slightly higher, but they were both hit very, very hard on Friday. Take a look at the GLD this morning. The GLD is trading around the 167.23 level. Again, that closed on Friday around 166.97, so you're getting a little bit of an uptick. Spot gold is up about $4 to $1,700.28 an ounce. So decent little uptick there in gold, but nothing all that great. That does tell us that the dollar is probably lower. Oil is getting a little bit of a bounce. Light sweet crude is up 55 cents to $90.59 a barrel. Take a look at the USO this morning. The USO is trading right around the 33.43 level, closed at 33.34. So slight little uptick there, but nothing all that great. Let's take a look at the US dollar index this morning, which is trading down about 9 cents at the moment. So a little down dollar weakness, but it has come off the lows a little bit here. So we'll keep our eye on that one pretty closely going forward. But again, the dollar had a surging move, I believe, on Friday. That was a pretty robust move. And today it is pulling back a little bit, giving the markets a little bit of a morning bid. Now let's get into some stocks here. There aren't that many great movers out there, but we have a little bit of action out there. Let's take a look here first at Caterpillar. Caterpillar reported earnings today. It looks like the stock, for the most part, is slightly lower, trading around 82.87. There's still going to be a fair amount of support around the 82 level, and then it's all the way down to around $78.25. That's going to be the pivot low from the 12th of July. So we got to watch for that if it does get down there. Outside of that, I'm really not seeing anything all that great out there for Caterpillar, but I think you could watch for some near-term support around $78. If it breaks that level, though, with any conviction, then traders going to have to watch really down to $70, 69.50 area ultimately. So again, that would not be a pretty picture, but I don't foresee that happening. Right now, 82 looks like pretty good support, and then $78 area looks like pretty good support as well. So we'll see how that one plays out today. But again, if the markets are weak, be careful with all of these stocks out here today. They can get downdrafted and trade a lot lower. Let's take a look, I believe, at Freeport-McMoRan. This is the world's leading copper producer. This stock today is trading at $41.30. We can't make too much out of it. It closed at 41.18, so it's basically trading right at the level that it closed at. That's not telling us a lot. Earnings were released. I believe they were lower than expected, but the market is not really interpreting the stock in a negative way, at least at this moment. Now, just looking at some levels for Caterpillar, I think the big support level here is going to be two places. Caterpillar at 37.46 would be a bounce area, and also you're going to come down a little bit lower to around the $36 area, 36.30. There will be a lot of support there. Let me just see what else I have. On Freeport-McMoRan, that is. That's on Freeport-McMoRan. So again, let me just see what else I have. Yeah, I like that 37.30 level, 37.36. Also, you have a nice little level around 36.30. It might even be 35.85. It's going to be real tough. Hard to pick this one off perfectly. And then you have $34.16. Those are all going to be decent levels for Caterpillar. But right now I'm in the camp that the stock could hold up at the 37 level. So we'll see how that plays out around there, 37.30, 37.35. Just in that general vicinity. There should be decent support, at least in the morning, around that level if it does get down there. All right, let's take a look at another one here. ACOM, this is Ancestry.com. This one is being bought out by a private equity group. So there's really nothing you want to do here at 31.50. Just leave it alone if you own it. Take it off the table or trail your stop loss. But this stock should really just stay right at this level since it is a private equity takeover. I believe the stock's being bought out by a European private equity firm. But I don't know the details. So again, takeover is a takeover. Just leave it alone. There's really not a lot you want to do with that one right there. I also believe that Peabody Energy had earnings today as well. Let's take a look at that one. Yeah, Peabody's getting a nice little bid. There's a lot of resistance up here, though, around the $28 area. So let's see where that one could go. 28, you're going to have some short-term resistance. It may even be all the way up to $30. And then 32.87 is going to be a ton of resistance. Write that number down, 32.87. I don't foresee the stock getting there. But, hey, you never know how many shorts are in there if they could squeeze it up that high. It's always possible. You always want to be prepared for anything when trading. All right, so let's take a look at another one here, which is SunTrust. SunTrust Bank. This stock closed at 28.63. It's trading now around 28.25. Did trade as low as 28. I think there's a ton of support on this one around the 27 level. It could be 26.65, right in that vicinity, though. There should be a ton of support there. 25.90 is also going to be a big support level. And then you look at 24.75, another big support level, and then $24. I don't foresee this thing really breaking below the 26.70 level, 26.60 level. But in that area, that's where I would look for the first bounce of the day. Let me see what else we have on my list. I'm not seeing a whole lot here. I think Texas Instruments may have reported, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't see anything there either way with Texas Instruments. And let's take a look at Phillips, PHG. Yeah, Phillips looks like it's reported. $26 is where it is trading this morning. The stock did close at 24.60. That's a decent gap up. There's a lot of resistance up here for the stock around this 26.25 level. After that, watch 28.53. This stock is a little bit on the lighter side, so I'd be a little bit more cautious with it. But it looks like 26.25 is some resistance. I don't know if that's going to be a great fade candidate due to the light volume, but 28.53 I think is, and then 31.15 is going to be also. So we'll watch for Phillips. If it does get up to those levels, there could be some fade plays for scalps this morning. All right, that's pretty much everything that I have on my list. Again, we'll just see how this market trades out today. You all know by now, if you've listened to this video enough times, the dollar is really the driving force behind the market. If the dollar catches a bid, you know the major indexes are going to go lower generally, and if the dollar starts to decline, the major stock indexes will get a bid higher. That's basically how it works. You could really forget all the European news and everything else unless some real major event happens, but that's pretty much the way it goes these days. So we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out going forward. As for economic news today, I don't believe really is anything. There is the debate tonight coming from Boca Raton, Florida. So we'll have to see how the market plays out. Last two debates, the markets have rallied before the debate. I'm not sure we're going to get that today, but you always got to be, your eyes have to be peeled towards that potential scenario. The president likes to have the markets up before he goes into a debate so people feel good about the economy. Without that said, everybody, have a great trading day. We'll see you on the charts tomorrow. God bless. Take care now.